Okay, next thing you want to do is add the legs in. So if we got the hang of this, we just want to keep the handle moving forward, and we're going to bring the knees up. So the knees are just going to come up. And we're going to go to where our shins are vertical, no further, and back to this position. Now the thing to keep in mind is while my knees are working, while my legs are moving, my upper body stays still. So I'm going to put my hands out, get my body over. Once I'm into this position, I'm not going to move my upper body or arms while my legs are going. So I'm going to hold this, bring my knees up to this position. This is called the catch position. If we were rowing in a boat, this is where the blade would be going in and catching the water for the drive. So this is where we, the catch. The next part of the stroke is called the drive, where we push with our legs, we'll lay back, and pull in with our arms. So again, holding our body in this position, we're just going to put the knees down, and then lay back and pull in with the arms. That part is called the recovery. For this next part, it's called the recovery. That was the drive where we do the work. Now we recover from it and prepare for the next stroke. So we're going to get the catch, drive, finish, recover. Now, a couple things you want to be careful of. There's one thing you'll see a lot of people rowing where when they're at this point, they come out and they take the hands up and they're going up over their knees. And what's happening here is that they're not getting prepared properly. Okay, if we're doing this, see, I have to lift my hands up to go over my knees because my knees are bent. And if you look, I don't have my arms extended and my body's not forward. So when we're back here, we want to make sure we get those hands out and get our body over before the legs start moving. See, the handle's way ahead of my knees. I can bring them up without the handle being a problem. So you prepare properly, the knees come up, and they're not in the way. If I don't, my knees are in the way of my handle. So I have to do funky things to get around it. Okay, another thing that can be a problem too is that if we're at the catch here, you'll see a lot of people start to doing something like this. Where they're kind of doing everything all at once. They're bending their arms right at the catch before the legs are down. We want to remember to undo the motions as we did them to get here. So basically, if we're here and we have our legs bent, we have to put our legs down first, then lay back, pull in. Arms out, legs, knees up. Get the right sequence. One thing that can happen is if we start bending our arms too early, like we really want to hang off this handle. If we start bending our arms too early, we're going to be either doing one of a couple of things. One thing that might happen is if we have our arms bent here, they're not fully extended, as we push with our legs, see this? I'm pushing with my legs, I'm moving the seat, but my handle's not moving. All I'm doing is taking up the slack of my arms and wasting leg power. Okay, I'm wasting that leg motion. I don't want to do that. I want to have it fully extended so as soon as I start pushing, the handle's moving. Another thing that can happen is if you row like this, maybe you're locked in and the handle moves. But I'm using a much tighter grip. I'm using my biceps a lot more than I really want to. You know, it's going to lead to fatigue and tiring out, maybe not getting the whole workout done, not getting it done well. So we want to have our hands out, nice hook, just hang off that handle. Come up to the catch, have a nice drive, finish, again recover, and take the next stroke. Another thing too is having a good rhythm. We want our recovery to take about twice as long as our drive. Nice time, get up here, breathe, get ready to do the work.